Hello, welcome back. Today I'm gonna talk about about when I gave birth to my son. I'm gonna put a trigger warning in the beginning because I might say some graphic things or things that sound a bit disgusting to some people. So if you don't want to hear something like that, please do not watch this video. Thank you. And I wrote down again what I want to say, or I will forget everything. Where? Okay, so on the day of my due date, like, my stomach was so big and I was ready to give birth, but he didn't want to come on the due date yet. And on the due date I went to the hospital to get a checkup and everything was fine, and she was like, oh, we don't see anything yet, just wait more. And that was a Saturday. And then on Monday I went again, and then they said there was not enough amniotic fluid. I don't know the English word. Amniotic fluid. Where? Okay, there was not enough amniotic fluid left, and it's not like my water broke, but there was just not enough fluid left that my baby could stay inside my belly longer. And so my gynecologist said I need to get induced on the same day. And so I went home, I packed my stuff, my hospital bag, and then I went to the hospital and then checked in and everything. And then they gave me like pills, some medicine for inducing me, so that my contractions would start. I don't know all the medical terms. And yes, and then at night my contractions started, and it's like, how can I explain? Because before I gave birth, I was like, what the hell do contractions feel like? Like, everybody said like period pain but much worse, but I was like, I don't know what it feels like. I can't imagine it, and I don't know how to explain it. It's like so much pain in the back and stomach and in my butt, maybe. I just felt pain everywhere, and I tried to breathe it all out. So every time my contractions started, I was like I was trying so hard, but I was like groaning so much, and I was sharing the room with another mother who just gave birth. And every time I got the contractions, I was like, because I was groaning so much, I was like, because let me tell you, before I got my contractions, I went to the hospital to get checked up, and there were women having contractions. I was like, nah, they are dramatic. They are dramatic. Why are they so loud? And then it was my turn, and I was in my bed, and I was like, and breathing. I was like, it hurts. And then I said to my roommate, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, and she was like, it's literally fine. Like, I was like, And then I was in so much pain. I went to the doctor and I was like, check it up, like how much I'm open, how many centimeters, like this hurts so much. And they checked and they were like, girl, it's 2 centimeters. And I was like, 2 centimeters? Like this feels like the worst pain of my life already. What do you mean 2 centimeters? How long do I need to wait more? And this was around midnight, and they were like, just go back to bed and try to sleep. I could not sleep at all. Like all I did was like and groan and be like, I'm sorry, it hurts. Yes. And I didn't get like an epidural or anything. I had a natural birth. And so I keep having contractions all the time. I was literally sitting in bed. Like I couldn't even lie down. I was sitting in bed and I was sleeping while sitting like this. And then it started and I'm like and groaning, and then when it's over, like this contraction is over, and like I'm sleeping again for like a minute, and then it starts again, and it's like and I was so out of it, like it was like I'm in another universe. Like this was something amazing. Wow. Okay, and then it got literally so painful, and I was like also like bored because I'm alone, my roommate is sleeping, and all I do is experience these contractions. And I, at 4 AM, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna call my foster mother and tell her to come. Like this is, first of all, this is boring alone, and this is just, I want to talk with somebody. And so I was like, you need to come now. And she was like ready to go, and she was like, yeah, I'm coming. I was in so much pain. I went to the doctor again, and I don't know, or to the midwives, whatever, and they were somewhere else, I guess. And so I was standing next to the door where they check me all the time. I was like, I'm dying. And then one doctor, like, he passed me, and he just passed me like this is the most normal things they experience. And I was like, I'm dying. And then the midwives came and they checked how many centimeters I am. And then they were like, oh my god, you're 8 centimeters already. Like this happened so fast. And I was like, what? I'm 8 centimeters already? What? At like 4 AM. And then my foster mother arrived shortly after that, and then I was 9 centimeters. So I was 9 centimeters, and I was still having contractions. And then she like was rubbing my back and talking to me and giving me water. And I was like, oh. I don't know how to explain it. I was in another universe. I was so out of it. And then the doctor said, okay, you're 10 centimeters, let's try pushing. And I was like, okay. And then, no, they are like, 1, 2, 3, push. And then I'm like, and I'm pushing. And this, I'm gonna be honest, okay? Pushing a baby feels like you're pooping, okay? This is my take on this. This feels like it's not coming out from the front, it feels like it's coming out from the back. That's really graphic. Yeah, but that's what it felt like to me, and I was like, this feels so weird. And so I pushed, and then they were like, okay, breathe, stop, okay, good. And then I was like, it's all the time breathing. I keep breathing, okay, and then keep pushing, 1 2 3, push. And then, okay, good, now breathe. Okay, and I was like, I kept saying, I can't do it anymore. And they were like, you can do it. And then I was like, I know I can do it, but I'm just saying I can't do it. I know I can do it, but just let me say I can't do it. And then I was laughing because how ridiculous this was. Like giving, I was like, this, like, what is going on? I was so confused. And then I pushed him out. And I was like, ah. And as soon as he was outside of me, like, you forget all the pain. I was like, he was out of me, and then I was like, I could totally do this again. Like, I just experienced the worst pain of my life, but as soon as he was out, I was like, yeah, it was not that bad. And then, you know, I was like, oh my god, he needs to scream. Oh no, my battery will die. And I was like, oh my god, he needs to scream, I want him to be healthy. And then he started screaming, and I was like, okay, he's breathing. And then they immediately gave him to me, and I was like, my baby. And the first thing I said to him was 사랑해. 사랑해, and his name. Yes. And then they weighed him and measured him and checked him if everything is all right. And while they did that, I had to push out the placenta. So it was one more push where I pushed out the placenta, and they were like, do you want to have it? And I was like, nah, no thank you, and I don't want to see it either, please just throw it away. And yes, and then they gave him to me again, and I was so happy. I kept looking at him, and we just cuddled, and then they put him on my breast, and so he could try to drink something. Yeah. And honestly, like, it was the worst pain in my life, as I said, but I also think this was one of the most wonderful experiences of my life, because I gave birth to my son, and the doctors even said I had such a fast and easy delivery. Like, it was like perfect. It was so positive, and everything went so perfectly as it's supposed to be. And the hospital staff were so nice. Like, I had such a good birth experience, because there are so many stories on the internet where they share their bad experiences, and then many women get like scared of giving birth, and you know, there can always be complications and there can always go something wrong. But you know, I don't want you to forget that a woman's body is made to give birth. Like, it's what it's made, you know, it's able to do it. And just trust yourself, your body and your baby, and try to enjoy it even though it hurts. I know this is a one-time experience with this baby, and yeah, I just want to share that I had such a good experience with the staff, with the hospital, with everything, and I hope you won't be scared of being pregnant or giving birth. And yes, my son is the biggest reward in my life, and I wish I could have so many children. Like, my dream would be to have 5 children. But you know, I don't have a man. So no children. So I'm just concentrating on my little boy, and who knows, maybe in the future I will get more children, but you know, there's no man in my life, luckily. But yeah, and that's my birth story. It's nothing special because everything went so perfectly, but I still hope you enjoyed it. Wow, I feel like this was so boring. I didn't say anything interesting. What? Why is there nothing to say? It's like contractions and then pushing. Well, okay. I'm sorry that I didn't deliver a more exciting story, but yeah, I still hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.